Well, it's been hot and humid all day, especially if you went to the concert to see Float Rida, the Stern Wheel Regatta, and still hot tomorrow.
Very sticky tomorrow as well, Daniel. And the morning won't be all that bad, but there will be some unsettled weather coming for the evening. We have that weather alert day in place Sunday evening and into the overnight hours. Some gusty thunderstorms making their way in, and we'll talk about that here very shortly. But for the rest of this evening, still very warm and sticky. We're going to have a few showers, maybe even a thunderstorm or two for the rest of tonight. A mix of sun and clouds to start off your Sunday, and then even some full sunshine by the afternoon. That could bring those heat indexes up into the 90s with those air temperatures near 90. So pretty uncomfortable and quite sticky outside. Now, looking at the radar and satellite, we do have an increase in the coverage of the showers and thunderstorms, particularly into our northern counties and southeast Ohio. Right on track right now, but looking just a little bit west, we do have some showers and storms in the parts of Indiana making their way close to the Cincinnati area right now. And this is a weakening complex, but there's not going to be a whole lot of impacts from it. Maybe one or two gusty showers or storms into our far western counties late tonight, expected to be below severe limits, but definitely could be a rumble of thunder or two with them. So now looking at the rest of the country, we still have our high pressure there in the Gulf states, providing an area for storm systems to develop. And tomorrow we're going to have a cold front along with this area of low pressure. That's what's going to help to set off those thunderstorms with plenty of moisture and a lot of change in the wind direction above our head. So when that front gets a little bit closer to our region, that could set off some thunderstorms by the afternoon and early evening. But it's not a complete washout tomorrow. Still very warm and uncomfortable. Waking up around 70 degrees there in the morning. Pop-up shower or storm early, and then we get some sunny skies and some clearing there by the middle of the afternoon. And unfortunately, that clearing is what could set off a few thunderstorms. And the humidity, you factor in all the moisture and the sunshine, it's going to feel very warm tomorrow. So if you'll be outside at the regatta for the festivities, you'll definitely want to stay hydrated and also take some breaks and find some air conditioning, because we're not going to have a whole lot of relief from the heat, especially in the afternoon. It may not be the warmest days of the year, but definitely the most humid that we've had here in Charleston at this point in time to start off the month of July. So still looking for a couple of pop-up showers, maybe a rumble thunder tonight in our northern counties before a break in the activity, which is good. Now, the morning, not completely dry, but not a washout either. A couple of showers, maybe rumble thunder into the southern coal fields and into eastern Kentucky in the morning. Then we settle down, we get a few peaks of sunshine around our region, sun and clouds mixed together, and you start to see that the skies clear out in the southeast Ohio and Kentucky by the afternoon. Unfortunately, that's not always a good thing. That provides some instability to set off some thunderstorms. And by the evening hours, that's when we get our gusty line of storms coming out of Kentucky and making its way a little bit closer to us here in Charleston. Now, this projection putting the storms a little bit further south than what we've been looking at. There's still the possibility, though, that we could have some storms into our northern counties as well. Gusty winds, 60 miles an hour or stronger, some hail, and also some heavy rain will be the main impacts. So by midnight or so, that's when the storms make their way into the eastern mountains. And we start off Monday all right, still warm and sticky, but a couple pop-up showers and storms will be around in the morning, and maybe even another quick complex into our northern counties as well for Monday afternoon, and still remaining unsettled. A little bit of relief, mid-80s on Monday, and not as humid. But we're going to pick the humidity right back up as we head into Tuesday of this week for sure, and it'll be rather warm and sticky for the 4th of July and your holiday. So rainfall totals, again, the places that see thunderstorms will see heavier rainfall. So it's not out of the question that we could get some half-inch rainfall totals from the heaviest thunderstorms. Flooding. Some flooding in areas of poor drainage, particularly where we get the strongest storms, lower elevation, running down a hill into a valley. That's where we could see some local flooding, but not the biggest concern. And perhaps, again, with strong damaging winds in a line of storms, we lose some of that energy in the system after the sun sets tomorrow night, which would be to our advantage, but it's still very warm and sticky. So we have that weather alert day in place for the late evening and into early Monday morning.